looks like he was trying to do something with the camera, like where the one hand with the claws was closer, uh, and so it gives it that distorted look. Some of it has to do with what is you're trying to do, but there are some things that don't seem quite right. So I would have to say no, something seems wrong.
All right, let me finish here. Oops. Right. All right, there we go. Yeah, so I get what you're feeling. It feels like he's trying to do a foreshortening thing. The problem with doing a foreshortening thing is that the character is already established in the mid ground.
Yeah.
You can't have, so here's your foreground character, and then Wolverine becomes your mid ground character, and then you have your background characters. You can't really do extreme foreshortening in the mid ground. Also, from the way, if his front shoulder is coming, how far does his front shoulder have to be coming out in order to have a foreshortening effect on his back arm? Right? This arm is twice the size girth wise, not inches wise wide, but like the girth of the arm is twice the size of this one. So in order to let's see, let's do a quick fix. All right. So we've got here. Also, pectorals go under the deltoids.
Yeah, it seems like there's something weird going on underneath the arm.
Yeah. Bicep. I'm trying to remember. Pecs do go. Is it over? The pecs go over the bicep. Pecs go over the bicep, but that's just it just feels so off right here, the way the pecs are going. But again, you're right. It's the massiveness of this bicep that's kind of throwing a lot of stuff off. If we can cut it down to size, give this muscle more normal mass. And it's not even so much that this is too over exaggerated. But the deltoid is 3 basic masses. And that's another thing. The bicep is a singular. He's kind of doing this. You know how Dale Keown would like put muscles where they don't exist? He's kind of doing that.
That's what I mean. It's like in comics. I don't know who it is, but there's some people that just put muscle on top of muscle. It's like the super steroid kind of thing, and it's like some people really like that.
Right. So if you're gonna do this, I mean, I would have just bumped this arm out and just kind of equaled out the mass or the girth of both hands. I wouldn't. I probably would have just cut this hand down a little bit so that it's not so far opposed to this one, because this one looks about right. I mean, if you're going stylistically for giant hands, then you could either make this one bigger or you can make this one smaller, but because they're
I almost wonder if he was trying to give the effect that like Wolverine was getting stabbed in the back, and so he was like thrusting his chest forward, like that pain that you'd have. But he has the sword going in the wrong place. It should be on the other side, and then it would have that effect of like him, like maybe arching his back backwards. Do you see what I mean? If he was being stabbed through the other pec, it would have a better effect that way. Like he's
but then it'd be going across his face.
Yeah,
I know. Let's see, what else can we do here? This is the anatomically here. This is another issue. These serratus anterior don't actually make any sense. It's going up a straight line. right? The rib cage comes down here, right? Like this. The serratus anterior weaves into the ribs. And the latissimus dorsi, this is just way off. The lats actually, if you're going to cut in like that, they actually cut in the opposite direction. So because the lats curve in this way on the body, they're essentially they break off into the latissimus dorsi, which weaves into the ribs, which continues form down into the obliques. This is just a very low cut rib cage, but I don't know. Maybe some people look like that. It just kind of bothers me a little bit because these are teeny tiny little stomach muscles here. I would have made the top two a little bit bigger, like that. I don't know. This is a mess of a draw over. I do apologize, but yeah, there's just these little anatomical issues that I have with this. Again, pretty easy fixes, but the kind of fixes that once you've seen him put 12 hours of work into rendering, you're like,
That's
it's you can't even bother mentioning it at that point.